a strong first quarter for some questionable clock management there at the end by the Vikings, but how...
It was one of those plays, kind of a bang-bang. You see the corner come down. He hesitated a little bit, and a couple of drives, one where they got the field goal to go up 10-7. Just made a couple nice throws across guys involved. They have done that, 10 catches between the two of them here in the first half.
Because of what they've done, but Andy Dalton has had multiple opportunities. Outside of the scoring drive, we're yelling at the TV curtain, we're watching the game, let the football go, make better decisions. If it's his defense is giving them enough to do what they need to do.
Had the 2 sacks, had the time. They need to score way more than 7 points there in the first half. With Chris Rose, you can get full, comprehensive highlights of every game right here on today's highlight games ahead and talk a little bit more about what's to come in the second half.
Is that the new iPhone?
And if you want to see more of his halftime performance, you can just head on over to NFL Now. Kurt are racing to their phones right now to watch the rest of that performance for Packers and Giants. But we have some other great games coming up today to practice. But Brady is expected to get all of his offensive weapons back. So
the receivers are all coming back, so we should see more production on the defensive outside of the yards. Points, only 9 points a game. Takeaways, number 1 now. It's a little inconsistent offensively because of the injuries, as we mentioned, but and they'll get that on track. But that defense is fire.
Coming for 2 amazing quarterbacks, MVP candidates here. Which quarterback you got, Kurt?
Rebound, but I mean, come on. I just want to watch the game. You know, when you're a fan of the quarterbacks, you're not going wrong with either one of them. But I'm leaning towards the Bills bouncing back.
What I like about Lamar Jackson is he's leading the league in passing touchdowns. He's tied, and 79-yard run. We know he can do that at any point in time, but he's connecting with his receivers. That's what's dangerous about that offense.
He is on a tear. It's just on the defense they need to. It'll be a great game today, and we have so much coming your way here on NFL Network. There's on the way between the Vikings and the Saints, and then we've got you covered with game day final. And there's more. Next week, we can't get enough. Time ever the Packers play in London, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, only on NFL. It's coming your way. Alexander Madison there with the touchdown to get the scoring started. Thanks for watching the Lexus Halftime Show.
First it was just like these distant roars in the dark, but then...
Oh, they set it up for Madison, breaks 2 tackles to the sideline, intercepted. Tyrann Mathieu's first pick as a save with the touchdown. Yards. Saints were just 82 yards, but only down 6 points as we start this. New Orleans right in this ball game as we start the second half.
Absolutely, just a 1-score ball game. You got to flush that thing down the toilet like your goldfish in 4th grade, man. That thing's dead and gone. Give me need to see more Taysom Hill, but they got to get it going.
Moments ago, Jamie Erdahl caught up with.
As that half rolled on.
Well, I think we just had some, they made a couple good plays, run up there, so we'll keep obviously attempting to do that. It'll be important to try to win the line of scrimmage, defense line off the ball, and we feel great about where we're at.
Thank you, Coach.
Yeah, thank you.
Tay Hardy, the deep man for New Orleans. So, Hardy trying to find room on the sideline, and he's stacked up at the 20-yard line.
Out of the locker room, Kevin, and he wanted to talk rhythm and how we can get it. I said to him, and he said, I'm more focused on the fundamentals. I want to talk about run, block, catch.
First half, it was 6 runs and 3 passes on first down plays. They'll go to the air on first. Flag down on the near sideline at the 30. Olave out to the referee.
Prior to the pass, illegal contact, defense number 22.
Another play of 20-plus yards, the 16th of the year for the Saints.
Aggressive play call. Chris Olave finished that throw. That's why it came out a little lame duckish and wobbly.
To a 5-yard loss on the play.
Look at Wanham set this edge. Left side, they tried the counter. And they got to get that block by the time. They were just confused on the play. It looked like they didn't know exactly which way they wanted it to go. Ended up bouncing it.
Dalton with some time and almost intercept. Break for the Saints as Andy Dalton averts a disaster here early in London.
I mean, Dantzler almost runs the route for him. Look how he shows up at the top of the route. Bad read. Right now they're chucking this ball downfield quite a bit.
Just that three-man rush. Dalton with time. Check who brings him down well short of the first down. And the Saints are going to have to...
Understanding that he couldn't have another crucial mistake and back these Vikings up. Make their offense operate from the shot.
Billikens punt. Forcing Rager to the sideline. Excellent coverage. Strong for the Saints. Now they need their defense. Vikings with the ball up 6. You up during your time with the Jets, and then he was your quarterback's coach during your time in Washington in 2018.
I'm wondering why. I think even back then, I was wondering why he didn't call a time. Roll over minutes on your green cell phone chat, Kev. You can't roll them over into the second half and have more. You've been real with Kev. Get ready for that podcast.
9. We check in with Laura Oakman on this Saints defense, and specifically Cam Jordan. Laura.
Defense, not in spite of it. He told me that shift's been happening the last 3-4 years.
Go.
But right now, 10-9, said Cam, we said that all the time, but now we believe it. Now starting with this.
Love to see something get going here. Kirk Cousins frantic. The play clock down to 2. They got that pressure with 4 again. Cam Jordan providing the...
For heating up the quarterback, especially on third down, but they're only going to rush 4. They should in long situations, 3rd and 9. Those defensive ends are just going to pin their ears back, and it's exactly what they did, flustering Kirk Cousins.
First 3 and out. The ball pops out. The ball loose down at the 44. He was trying to get out.